This is Hans Newts. I'm a product designer with Perception Kayaks, and I'm going to show you the Pescador Pilot 120. This is a great all-around boat that we've been working on over the past year, and it's really been designed for fishing. We kept it at 12 foot 5 inches long, and it's about 33.5 inches wide. And that's going to allow you to have plenty of capacity so you can really add your gear, get loaded up for those adventures. But it's also compact enough that you're going to be able to transport easily. It's going to go in your truck bed or car top relatively easily. So I'm going to walk through some of the features of this boat, but first I'm going to throw it over to Matt Monterulli. He's our lead engineer, and he's going to walk you through the pedal drive system, which is really the main part of this boat.
So this is the Pilot Drive propulsion system. It's aluminum casted shell with watertight seals optimized for pedaling in water environments. It has a 6:1 gear ratio and a 14 by 17 pitch prop on it, so we optimized it for distance and all-day cruising. One of the highlights of the Pilot Drive system is how effortlessly it can go to zero draft. By disengaging the quick key and pushing forward on the drive, and then re-engaging the quick key back into place, the pedal drive is now in a secured zero draft position.
So one of the cool little features that we have on this boat is something that we're calling the mud flap system. The mud flaps exist on the whole side of the boat around the scupper where the pedal drive system goes through. Those mud flaps essentially keep the flow of the water moving under the boat. They really quiet the whole system down, help produce better efficiency with this boat.
The Pilot Drive system is very easy to remove. All you have to do is remove the pivot pin and then lift this straight out of the scupper.
Our seat is a dual layered suspended mesh stadium style seat. It's going to have adjustment that adjusts at the knobs at the front. So you're going to be able to adjust this on the fly. The seat gives you about a foot or so of travel, and so you're going to be able to adjust yourself up to the pedal drive system. We've gone to a hand control system, which is mounted to the left side of the boat, right at your seat level. The great thing about this steering control system is that it is friction mounted, so you can course lock the rudder, which means that you can leave it in place, and the rudder will help keep you tracking. If you're in a crosswind or something like that, it keeps it in the right spot. Of course, the rudder is also mounted with a pin style mount. It's close to the back of the boat. It's been designed so that as you steer the boat, it's going to give you a really nice tight turning radius. And then the lift lines are mounted to the starboard or the right side of the boat. So opposite the steering control system on the right side of the boat, we have one of my favorite features, which is a cup holder. Obviously, you're pedaling this boat, you're going to need your beverage. So we put the cup holder right beside the seat, so your drink is never out of reach. We've also added the Yakutat gear track up in front of the seat, so this is close to your seat, allows you to mount a fish finder head unit up here, or any of your rod holders and things like that. Great for gear storage. And then we've got 2 pod systems in the bow. These pod systems are going to allow you to store your marine battery for your fish finder, and you're going to have cable outputs which allow you to bring your transducer wiring up front and then also out to the head unit of the fish finder. So you've got plenty of storage up here, it's easy access, and it's going to allow you to have some flexibility with where you put your gear. Another part of the gear storage on this boat is going to be your bow well. The bow well is a nice deep tank well, plenty of storage here. We give you a mesh net so it'll stretch over your gear. This is similar to the Pescador Pros. It's really just a nice flexible space where you can put your camping gear, extra Plano boxes, and that sort of thing. That well will drain into your transducer scupper, which is paired up with the transducer recess on the underside. So another way of protecting your transducer. Moving to the back of the boat, we've got a 3600 Plano storage slot on both sides of the seat. And then behind the seat, you'll have some flex area where you can add maybe a cooler bag or something like that, depending on how tall you are and where the seat sits. You have a flat spot back here where you can add extra gear track. And then we've got a nice big stern tank well, and that's going to allow you to have that extra bit of camping gear, store a black pack, and the bungee is going to allow you to have some flexibility with the way that you configure it. On the sides, we've got a nice wide area. You're going to be able to add extra gear track here, and we're going to have 4 molded in rod holders right behind the seat, right where you need them. So we've got a couple options for your paddle storage. You always want to have a paddle with you, even if you're in a pedal boat. So the paddle, if you have a breakdown, it can fold up and it stores in these slots on either side of the boat, so you kind of choose which side will get it out of the way for you. And we've also got the more traditional paddle holder on the port side or the left side of the boat. So if you want to just get the paddle out of the way quickly, you can do that as well. Okay, at the back of the boat, I just want to show you that we're going to have a nice flat area where you're going to be able to mount a power pole type system. You'll have access through a hatch so you can get in there and mount it. It'll typically be on the port side or the left side of the boat. You'll have a grab handle towards the right side of the boat. And then the other thing I want to tell you about is just a little bit about the hull. The boat has been designed to be a good all-around boat. So we left plenty of stability in this boat so you can stand up, you can do your sight fishing, getting in and out of the boat's not a problem. And it's a good hull shape for just general all waters, so it'll get you some lift up and over waves and keep you tracking along, which is what you really want with the pedal drive system. The pedal drive will give you lots of range, so because you're pedaling, you're going to have be able to go longer distances and that sort of thing. So the boat capacity, the boat design was really thought through as far as just making a boat that is going to allow you to be out on the water all day long.
So one of the things we're most excited about this boat is the value. With this amount of features this boat has and everything it's got packed in it and everything it's capable of doing to accessorize or just rig it up the way you want to, it pretty much stands alone. Being that it's a Pescador Pilot, it is an extension of the Pescador family. We really wanted to extend on that and kind of keep a lot of the aesthetics similar. So now you have a true good, better, best story from the Pescadors to the Pescador Pro and now the Pescador Pilot. Lastly, this is our new color for this year. It is Sonic Camo with yellow highlights on the gear tracks and bungee. All right, so that's the boat, the Pescador Pilot 12. Be on the look for it at your local retailer in 2017, and we'll see you then.